This is how we do it.
Yeah. Coming soon to this theater.
Rock bitches.
Rock bitches.
It's alive. It's moving. It's coming this way.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us this evening. It's your boy, Brian, back for another episode of the Horror Movie Club, the club where, what do? We watch horror movies, of course. We always try to make sure that it's a movie that's not behind a paywall. That way, if you're following us on the Twatters or you subscribe to the channel, in advance, we usually mention what movie it is. There's always a link in the description below where you can watch the movie in advance of the stream and then join us in the chat. Let us know what you thought about it. Or if you've never seen tonight's movie and from listening to us talk about it, showing clips, etc., you think to yourself, damn, I want to check that out. Guess what? All you have to do is click on the link below in the description. It will take you to a 100% free of charge, non-edited, non-fucked up version of the movie. Tonight's movie is The Taking of Deborah Logan from 2014. And what can I say? I hadn't seen it in a while, but it's been a movie that I've been wanting to do for a while because it's like one of those films that when after I saw it, just kind of stuck in my head. I'm like, God, I gotta give that another look, you know. Anyway, let me bring on my boy, your boy, Matt Burke. What's up, son?
What up, man? I'm just chilling, getting ready to talk about The Taking of Deborah Logan. That movie was fucking crazy. Can't wait to do a deep dive on it. And I got this Rope-A-Dope cinnamon whiskey right here. It's pretty cool. The fucking flaming smoking skull with stars on it. I don't fucking know. 30% kind of weak, but give it a shot. Yeah. You know, $10.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
Rope-A-Dope. Wait a second.
Rope-A-Dope.
It was Ali.
Get in there, rock.
Came up with the Rope-A-Dope.
Yeah, right. It was Ali, huh?
Yeah, and that's booze, and he was a Muslim, so that's haram. What's it? Does it have a nice bouquet?
Zero bouquet. Damn, though, that fucking cinnamon. It's pretty sweet, dude.
Nice.
Pretty fucking good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I love you some whiskey.
Burning though, like motherfucker.
Oh, and we got. It's like Pop said. He's just like, yeah. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna make it tonight, or I'm gonna be late. So he just kind of popped in, and popped out. Oh my god. Let's do. Oh, wait a second. Actually, gotta fucking show you this. Check this out. Got this in the mail today from our man with the master plan. Check it out.
Oh shit!
This is the original.
The OG, huh? You're gonna put that in a. You're gonna put. Oh, it's thick, huh? Oh yeah.
Well,
it's
I mean,
canvas.
It's one of the things I always love about paintings is looking at like the paint marks on the back of the canvas.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
So. Yeah, no, this blew me away.
I put that on my backdrop. That'd be like my whole backdrop.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing is, what's funny is I actually have, because I had some movers come in, move shit around all the way on the wall over there. I've got the prints.
That's cool, dude.
Now I got the real shit right here.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm my walls are mostly covered, but I'm gonna move shit around and find
Oh, what the
book.
fuck? You got a Butch Cleaver up there too, huh?
I got a what?
Noticed that. You got a Butch Cleaver up there.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna have to send you a better one.
I don't know, man. That one's kind of sweet. I like that.
Thanks, bro.
That's as close as I can get the camera. Fucking
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, there's the
Awesome.
I'm like pretty much the camera cord is fucking stretched to its max.
To the max.
Let's get into some fucking week in horror shit, man. Let me
Sure. Hell yeah.
take a look at some of the stuff that has been going on. We were talking, I think, last week about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universal Monsters toys.
Yeah, right.
They're still busting these, man.
Dude, yeah. I think they have like 2 different like lines of them.
Check it out.
Oh, the Wolfman, huh? The Wolf Rat.
Yeah, man. So, oh man, look at that! Isn't that sweet? I love how Raphael's sai are made out of bone.
I saw that. It's fucking. That's right up my alley, man.
Oh, and they got the trap for his feet.
It's like Harry Frog or Harry Turtle.
Yeah, he's got the the Wolfman underbite. Oh my goodness! Oh, these look so cool. Want not need, want not need, want not need.
Oh shit!
Is that cool? I just love this series. It's
got
such
the
a wacky
cane.
thing to do.
He's got the cane too. The cane, fucking the Beast of Geverdon handle. You see that shit?
Yes. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, someone Ben Saito in the director's cut was sporting on the train with Benicio del Toro of the Wolfman.
Right.
I got this in Geverdon. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I kind of want this like now.
I know, right? See, there you can really see it. Right? You see the star.
Yeah.
Head.
It's kind of hard to see a little bit.
The Leigh Whannell Wolfman remake that's coming up.
Who's playing the Wolfman?
I don't think it's anybody. I don't think it's
like
anybody.
A no name, right?
I think it's gonna be CGI, and I think that because remember how because this is by the same guy that made the Wolfman movie. I mean, not the Wolfman movie. The guy who made that horrible Invisible Man remake that didn't even have the Invisible Man. Right? It was just a guy in a suit.
I was watching the BFG yesterday with my kid. I'm like, damn, that movie had some pretty good CGI.
Oh, dude, I've seen some. Look, I mean, it's like you look at like the movies that always amaze me are the Planet of the Apes movies, the new ones.
Oh yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. The first one I thought Rise, I thought that was genius. I thought, holy shit, what a great reboot / prequel. This is amazing. I can't wait for more. And then, of course, the next 2 movies I found disappointing, right? Second one, I was like, okay, it's disappointing, but it was because they evidently fired the original director because they were like, oh, that's a big hit. Okay, you're fired. Because that's just how Hollywood works, right? It's like you create something that's huge, and then suddenly it's too huge for you, and they need to like really stick their fingers in it. And then the last one I thought was just a downer, like not in a good way. But the special effects in those are fucking jaw dropping.
Yeah,
just
pretty good.
Astounding.
You see the trailer for the new one?
Yes, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of gave me a little bit of a boner. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And, I'll wait for the reviews. Reviews. Same thing with this Wolfman. I'm just, what can I say? Just not feeling
it.
Positive. Not feeling positive. Well, because because his Invisible Man was a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was whack.
It was whack. It was really whack. So what I'm thinking is it's going to be a movie about this chick and she's being stalked by a monster, right? So, yeah, it says Wolfman stars Abbott as a man whose family is being terrorized by a lethal predator. So it's Christopher Abbott, not as, so there's nobody cast as, it's about a family that's being terrorized by the Wolfman, by a werewolf, right? So
maybe it's gonna be like a mystery or something, like someone in the cast. You know what I mean? Which is lame. They need to like show the actual Wolfman in the movie. He needs to be in the movie.
I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one. Like,
there's no Lawrence Talbot, huh?
No Lawrence Talbot. No Lawrence Talbot.
That's so lame.
So why would you call it the Wolfman? Call it something else.
Yeah, seriously, dude. They're just like using the stealing the marketing. You know what I mean? Basically,
that's exactly what they're doing. It's the whole reimagining thing.
Yeah.
Remember when that was a big trend? It's a reimagining the House of Wax. It's an actual House of Wax.
Right.
Right? Stupid
like
shit
melting.
like that. And otherwise it's like Jason Voorhees and he's got a House of Wax. And it's like it's called House of Wax, original House of Wax, right? So check it out. It's a House of Wax. Just go fuck yourselves.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, not really digging it. On the little story here on the Dean Koontz, Martin Scorsese Frankenstein series that never happened. Well, I mean, they did a pilot, like a 2-hour pilot.
Oh shit!
And it is worth a look. I hadn't thought about this for a long time. Yeah, it was directed by Marcus Nispel, like a guy who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th remakes, both of which I thought were okay. And that real whack Conan and the really whack Pathfinder. Oh yeah, that's right. It had I think Thomas Kretschmann as Frankenstein. And that version of Frankenstein is just an absolute fucking fiend. I read like the first novel in the series. And Frankenstein is like still alive in the modern day because he's learned to prolong his own existence.
Dr. Frankenstein?
Victor Frankenstein. And he's just like, like the devil, pretty much. Like makes, the Hammer Frankenstein, played by Peter Cushing, look, kind and compassionate in comparison. And it was with Vincent Perez, from the Crow City of Angels.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Queen Margot as the Frankenstein monster, and he was really good. I would have liked to have seen more of it. I don't know why they're like what prompted the story. I don't know if they're gonna if there's gonna be a new version or if there's like a DVD coming out or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to find. But yeah, Martin Scorsese was the guy who got the whole thing started, and then he asked to exit like right before they started production because I don't think he liked where they were going.
Took his like name off it and shit, huh?
Took his name off it. Yep. Kind of
like what he did in the Joker. He did that with the Joker too, I think, or at least he was on there like somehow like he was helping out somehow in the movie. Maybe not a producer credit, but when it came out, he kind of stepped away a little bit. Even though the movie made $1 billion, he did a similar thing.
Well, for one thing, he's not about the ducats, right? Second, the movie itself was just a fucking remake of 2 of his movies.
King of Comedy and Taxi Driver.
King of Comedy and Taxi Driver. It's like, and I'm not hating on the Joker. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Film. Thought it was solid. But then I had like millennial friends who were just like, oh, it's just amazing. It's like, it's like genius and visionary, and it's about incels and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, have you seen Taxi Driver? No. Have you seen The King of Comedy? No. Oh, that's why you think it's a real genius.
Right.
It's like, go watch that. Watch that shit for fuck's sake. And it's not like it was hiding its influences.
No, they're
You know,
Maybe that's why Scorsese was like, "Damn, I'm here to help, but not, get ripped off."
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking? Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, that's common sense, right?
It is.
That's a common sense thing. I mean, you got fucking also, Robert De Niro in there too, like,
Yes.
How much more Scorsese do you want to fucking put your name on,
Yup. And, and in the perfect role too, because of course, it was a role reversal. This time he was the talk show host. This time he was behind the talk show host desk. And Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker was in the Rupert Pupkin role.
Right.
And, but yeah, it's, I don't know.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Not a bad film by any stretch.
It wasn't Taxi Driver. Like in those movies that are like that, I mean, real quick, for me, the top is falling down, where it's got like that person just kind of over the edge, you know what I mean? Falling down just fucks them all up. I'm sorry.
Well, it's one of those movies. Falling Down is one of those movies where it's like I thought it started out great, and then it kind of lost its balls.
You think so?
Like it didn't commit completely, right?
I thought it committed all the way. I disagree.
I just kind of felt like the defense, right? Who's the Michael Douglas character?
Yeah, defense.
Yeah, that they were going to because of that's his vanity license plate on his car, right?
Yeah,
defense, right?
Defense. Yeah,
yeah. They weren't willing to let him go like pure villain. Do you know what I'm saying? Although, of course, there's that moment at the end where he's like, "I'm the bad guy."
I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Because he's not really the bad guy, but he's just pushed over the edge too much. You know what I mean? And that's what another thing I like about the movie. That's what I really liked about it. But that's what you don't like about it. I wouldn't want him to become the full villain. I want to see him fucking, he knew he was at the end though. He was getting a little tired, like getting pissy towards the end, like kind of couldn't take it no more. And he knew he was going to die, but like that fucking skinhead, he fucked that fool up. You know what I mean? He's like, fuck you. He didn't let that fool rape him. He fucked that fool up. No one else in the movie.
That's first murder. And I'm just like, there's all this like mayhem that he causes and like nobody else dies. So then it's just like, oh, well, he killed somebody, but he was a Nazi, so it's okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, and then he shot a gangbanger, but he was a person of color, so he didn't kill him.
Yeah, but they weren't trying to man rape him, though.
That's true.
And they didn't. One and two.
That's true. That's an excellent point.
And two,
that's an excellent point.
He smashed his daughter's birthday present, the crystal ball. What's this faggot shit? Remember?
I'm not saying he didn't have it coming. I mean, he definitely did have it coming. What I'm saying is there should have been a higher body count.
No, I agree with that. Fuck yeah.
Sim says Hollow Man was a better Invisible Man. Yes, it was. That was a proper Invisible Man remake and everything but name.
Verhoeven.
Yeah, well, Verhoeven's was the shit. So fucking good. Although I hate Starship Troopers. I know a lot of people love Starship Troopers.
It's all right. Going back and watching it, it's sick, but it's like, I don't know. I have to go back.
And so, yeah, there's the...
It's one of those movies where you like, and then you go back and rewatch it, and it's just kind of...
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has been a while. So anyway, there's a new Alien movie that's coming along that is going to be... I think it's going to be on Hulu. I think this is the new Alien movie is going to be kind of like the last Predator movie,
right?
And the Hellraiser remake.
Hulu's going hard on the fucking horror. I give them that.
They really are. And
Hulu's all right.
Yeah, I mean,
it is Disney though. Good. But I don't know. Prey was solid.
Prey was like the third best Predator movie. For sure. And the Hellraiser remake was the third best Hellraiser movie.
Yeah. No, a lot of people hated on it, and a lot of people like it. A lot of people agree, too, that it is the third best. I'm fucking pumped up for Beetlejuice, too. I'm sorry. I'm a big fucking Tim Burton, 90s stan, I can't wait for
I remember seeing that shit in the theater and fucking loving it, man.
Oh, man, there's just so many things I could just talk about that movie, man. I can't wait to see.
Winona.
Dude, Willem Dafoe is in it. He's playing a cop, a dead cop, you know.
Really?
Another realm.
I love
Yeah.
Dafoe.
That's gonna be dope, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have like I don't know, man. Because it's kind of like Keaton's like Batman and Dafoe, like everyone's like fan pick for Joker. But in this thing, they're like swapping roles. Like he's the Joker and he's the protagonist. I don't know. That's how I see it in my fucking.
Yeah, we'll see.
Head.
We'll
see though.
It all depends on the script. Tim Burton has said that by his own admission, he wouldn't know a good script if it bit him on the ass. So it's one of those things. It's like if he's working with a really good script, he can sometimes do great things. He certainly, yeah. I mean, I still think his best movie is Ed Wood. I think that's fantastic. It's so good.
I like, I like the triple threat. You know, fucking Beetlejuice, Batman, Edward Scissorhands, and then Sleepy Hollow. Like those are my, probably got them
Sleepy
all tied
Hollow
about.
was good. Sleepy Hollow was really good.
Yeah,
his
those
Batman,
are my top four. Yeah, Batman Returns.
I remember when it came out, really not liking it, and I'm to this day kind of baffled by the fact that people like actually think that that's a good movie. But I think a lot of that also has to do with the nostalgia. I think they remember like how old they were when it came out, or maybe thinking it was dope and fly when they were little kids, or maybe they just actually. Some people actually just like it, and certainly.
I like it, but there's things that like I'll like rip it apart now because I became more of a Batman comic fan. You know what I mean? Like, and there's just certain things, There's just certain things I like about it, and there's certain things that I would change. Like I would have probably went with Clint Eastwood or Pierce Brosnan for the role.
Oh, dude,
Michael Keaton's such a good actor.
Totally miscast.
He's a good actor. He acted his way out of the motherfucker, but physically he's not there. I'm sorry, he's not
better. He's better in Returns.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's really good in the Flush. I watched the Flush the other day. Some of the worst CGI I've seen in a long time. Really bad. But they saved all. Oh, it's so bad, dude. And then they used a lot of the good CGI though for Keaton and for Affleck though. Like they put their money where they were. I mean, it still didn't look that great, but oh man, Keaton was the best part of that movie, man. He really was.
And that movie was sitting on a shelf for a year.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like they didn't have the time to touch up the special effects. They just didn't bother. They were just like, we're not sinking any more money into this fucking thing, which turned out to be the right move.
Right. No, I hear you.
I've heard that the CGI in that's really terrible. Would you say as bad as the CGI in the last Hellraiser movie? Not the Hellraiser, the last Hellboy, which had some amazing CGI, right? And then other scenes where they just looked unfinished.
For me, I would say that it's worse than Hellboy because a lot of the bad CGI was human CGI that like their faces looked really fucking bad. And the bad CGI with Hellboy are usually monsters, so it's kind of like a little more of a wiggle room. So in that regard, I would say, fucking the Flush is worse. And I would have watched Hellboy 2 or Hellboy remake.
Shadowhawk says Edward Scissorhands was cool too. I really liked it when it first came out. Now I think it's totally gay.
Well, it's so popular now. Like everyone likes it too. Like when it first came out, it was like kind of not that many people liked it that much or knew about it. Now it's like everywhere.
I did.
I liked it. I loved it.
It was not received well.
I was Edward Scissorhands in like 6th grade, dude. I wore the suit and everything.
No shit.
Yeah, I had everything. I got Freddy Krueger gloves, and then me and my mom helped me make the suit, and I got everything. I had everything. I was a big Tim Burton stan, bro. Like you wouldn't even know. Back like, imagine.
Well, his movies are very much perfect, kind of like kids' horror films. Really,
they are, and that was his Frankenstein. That was my Frankenstein.
One of the funniest stories. One of the funniest stories. It tells you a lot about the American movie-going public and why that movie wasn't successful. Was they did like test audiences, right? Which they always do, and then they have focus groups, which are really evil because then they're like they make changes on the movie based on what the jackasses in the audience think, and those people can be dumb as rocks sometimes, and that explains why we have so many bad movies. Right. Anyway, the people that came out of this preview screening were like, no, I hated it. I hated it because, it was good. And then the fucking hero dies at the end.
Yeah.
Like, what? The hero.
Now people are now
hero
people are
just
kind of
gets
down
killed
with
by
that.
the villain, and like that's the end of the movie. They thought that the evil jock, played by Anthony Michael Hall, they thought he was the hero.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
they got
Because he was the jock.
Yeah, right.
He was the good guy.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh my God. He gets killed by this freak. And he's like the one guy that's willing to stand up to the freak.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
He's like smacking the girl around and shit. Smacking
Those
her.
dumb motherfuckers, man. That's unbelievable. Yeah, Sim says the shit CGI was stuff they refilmed and changed. The last Hellboy was shit, but yeah, Flash was worse.
True.
Yeah, I
will watch Hellboy over that. You know, like
the
new one. Like I'll go back and rewatch that. Like, it's sad too because Keaton, you know, it was a cool. He's got his little Keaton verse, you know, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with, you know. Again, we'll talk about this a million times, and we're never going to stop talking about it. Evergreen IP, you know, and I'm cool with Keaton having his own little the Burton verse, you know. That's fine.
Look, I don't understand why there could always only be one Batman. There's two Supermans now, or at least there was, right? Yeah. The Superman Lois series is excellent. Why isn't there a Batman TV series?
They never, right? They never
fucking Scott Adkins for that shit.
Oh, that'd be so dope, dude. Like put it on HBO, like just make it rated R and fucking, you know what I mean?
You don't have to make it rated R, right? Because I still think it should be kid friendly.
That could be cool.
PG-13. Do you know what I'm saying?
You can make some episodes PG-13 and some rated R. Like that's what I would do. Just check out the episode, and if they get poopy pants, hey, this was a PG episode. Oh. This is because they're like movies anyway. So like, this one's rated R. This is PG-13. This is PG. You know, this is more like kind of
interesting. Yeah, you know, I like that idea.
This is more like what's his name, Neil Adamsy. You know what I mean? I don't know. This one's more Frank Millery. You know?
I think Batman is underutilized. Really, I think that right, and then have like the Batfleck series or movie for fucking Netflix or something like that.
Totally.
Right, the Batfleck movie that never happened. Let him do that shit now. Yeah, because I love me some Batfleck.
It's weird because like our kids they're gonna have like IPs like that. You know, IPs are gonna be like that eventually, like the public domain. Like the next generation is gonna have access to see that shit. Similar stuff.
Well, we'll see. You know, they could always change up the laws. You know, Disney, the mouse, of course, their fucking lawyers are always working hard on that shit. Still waiting for the Batman Beyond with Keaton. Yeah, no, that would be cool. That would be cool. I would totally be down with that. The only thing I didn't like about Batman Beyond was the fact that the character wasn't Batman; he was more Spider-Man. I thought, right? And the fact that he didn't have a cape, he didn't have. Because that's one of the things I miss about that.
He did have a. He had a cape.
Miss about that character is his theatricality.
He didn't have the drapery, but he had the wings.
Yeah, no, it was but it would pop out when he was flying. But
he had the squirrel shit. He didn't have the drapery coming down.
Right. So he's like Batman to the opera thing.
Oh, because he was young. That's the Spider-Man thing. Okay, he was a young Batman, like 20 something.
Yeah. But
it was his son, though.
For sure, the Joker is like one of the best of the animated
movies.
DC movies.
You know that was his son, right? You know that was Bruce Wayne's son, though, right?
Yes.
That's that one episode with Amanda Waller. You know, I mean, everybody knows now, but back then a lot of people didn't know that. They had to like
they retconned that shit for what was it? It was that on Justice League Unlimited?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now it's all over YouTube. You can look at it, but back then, dude, I didn't even fucking know, man. Like I didn't even know about that until like I think my dad told me because he had taped everything. He taped all the Bruce Timm shit.
Nice.
I have it all on lock on VHS in the fucking garage.
Nice.
I won't even watch it though. I don't want to fuck it up.
Too.
I don't want to fuck it up.
The DVDs.
Dude, I heard that the Blockbuster's coming back, bro.
What?
I heard it. Yeah, dude. Like a lot of people like fucking are like wanting it. Like I was, that's what I heard. And like I'm thinking, like, yeah, dude, they could make a ton of money, dude, because it's memberships. They're gonna pimp out the tapes. People have the late fees, and then when you go to the movie, when you go there, you're gonna rent more than 2 movies. You're gonna probably rent like 3 or 4. You know, and that's already more than a monthly subscription for one of these fucking sites that we have. Most of these sites range from like $7 to $14 a month, so they can make a killing on that. They can make a killing on fucking if they come back, dude. People want to get out and they like going there and fucking. Oh, I want to see Dead Alive, or I want the horror section was pretty cool back then. There was so many movies, dude.
Yeah, I know, but they killed the mom and pops. I preferred the mom and pops, and and they were just
That's
such motherfuckers with the late fees and all that stupid shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, that shit was pretty lame. I mean,
Yeah,
we didn't do
for
that
me, it's
too
like
much.
the
But
return of Blockbuster. I'm like, why would you want to bring that back again?
I
But
love the
I get it.
Blockbuster. I loved it. I love going there and just fucking looking at the movies, man, and you know, picking ones out I haven't seen, you know, and just
Well, you
there's
know
just
what it
something
is?
about looking at them and picking it up, you know. I don't know.
No, it's the physical thing. It's the tactile thing. It's the leaving your house thing. It's about
The
talking to
trailer's
other
on.
people at the video store.
This is a real
What was
trailer. It's
that?
ready. The trailer's ready.
Yeah,
This
boy.
was just like about to drop the fucking trailer. Like, yeah, Blockbuster, not even tell me. Damn, you got the trailer already?
Oh,
What
I
the
know.
fuck?
I know, it's crazy.
Damn,
It's
man.
crazy. I'm so looking forward to this. Just let's see.
So you've already seen the trailer. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've taken a peek at it. Let me bust.
Do the bust.
Bus. The Bronco bussa. Been bus it. That makes no sense to anybody that hasn't seen Penitentiary.
Isn't that big?
Penitentiary
Looks like they didn't give him that nose, man.
What was that?
Looks like he ain't rocking that nose, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't matter really, but I mean, like, I was kind of hoping he would have a big fucking scary
well,
nose.
I think they're going a little more with the Kinski, right? Because with the Kinski,
with that.
They mostly just gave him like the bat ears and painted him white.
Okay.
Right?
I would go full rat. I would go full narwhal on that shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Right? Well, look, to me, it's like, how would I put it? With the Herzog version, you had Kinski, right?
Mhm.
And Kinski was so freaky looking, he really didn't need.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna Michael Keaton. He can Michael Keaton the fuck out of that role, just like he does with Batman. Skarsgård could do it too. You could just be freaky and scary as fuck. You don't got to look exactly like the origin.
No, not at all. Although I find it interesting. What was that?
This is a fan trailer.
Is that what it says?
It says fan trailer on there.
Yeah, it does.
What the fuck? Oh no! I want my real Nosferatu trailer.
Motherfuckers! I thought this shit was real. Sorry.
It's all good. So that's good though. That means he could have that big fucking scary nose. I'm excited now. Because Shrek had that big fucking scary looking nose, man. He looked like more like a rat, you know?
Yes. It was fucking terrifying.
And you know, they got more like the up snouty nose, you know. Those people, you know, the actors, Klinsky and Skarsgård, you know, their noses. I don't know. I'm real big on little shit like that, dude. You know? Kind of really shows the character.
God damn it. Okay, well, let's take a little look at this fan trailer. God damn it. It's just making me... I'm madder than a motherfucker.
Looks good, too. Like, solid. It looks like Eggers. It's like an Eggers movie.
Well, one of the things I find interesting, too, is that with this, they're not calling him Dracula. Right?
Yeah, no.
They're calling him Count Orlok.
Right.
Which I find really interesting. Shit, I thought this was a real trailer. God damn it.
Unless it's
people are getting really good with these fake trailers, man.
That's the name of their company. It's called, you know.
I didn't see that. Somehow just...
Maybe the company's called Fan Trailer, you know.
Yeah, and this is going to be like a gothic horror movie, and it's been so long since we've had just a straight up balls out gothic fucking horror movie.
It comes out on Christmas Day too. I'm gonna be there, man.
Dude, I saw that and my heart sank. I'm like, really? Like, I have to wait like a fucking year for this? Like,
right.
Really?
Whole year, bro.
God damn it.
I forgot, like, I keep forgetting we're in January, you know? Like, again, we were talking before the stream about, like, planning things out and getting your planner and being really militant about scheduling all your bullshit, you know? Like, and I'm just like, damn, we're only in January.
I know.
10
At least I
months
didn't
to get my shit together.
I know. It's terrible, man.
No,
It's
it's good,
terrible.
though.
But
It's
it's
good.
going to be a good year. We're going to be fucking busting
Yeah.
campaigns and shit like
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah. Totally, dude. Like, it's already starting off good. You know, even December was solid for me. I was fucking around a lot, but now I'm ready to, ready to talk some taking of Deborah Logan.
Yes. Yes, everybody. So tonight's movie is the Taking of Deborah Logan, which, as I said, is a... some people would say it's a found footage movie. I insist that the found footage genre is related to the mockumentary, but the mockumentary is its own genre or subgenre. The mockumentary is something like This Is Spinal Tap or Waiting for Guffman, right? Where it's a fake documentary.
Yeah.
Except this does, instead of doing like, This Is Spinal Tap and Waiting for Guffman, those are comedies. This is sort of the same thing, except it's doing the same thing, but with the horror genre.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been a couple of others like this. I'm sure none that immediately come to mind, but that's because I'm like
as above, so below.
Caffeinated. I really like that one.
Really like that one. Really like that one.
Love the ending too.
Yeah, I was calling it docu-horror, like Idea was saying.
Docu-horror is good. Yeah. Because found footage is like these people disappeared 2 years later, their footage was found, which goes all the way back, of course, to Cannibal Holocaust.
Right.
Which is like the original
OG
found footage movie. And then, of course, the Blair Witch Project was the one that popularized it and turned it into a genre, really. And that's largely because you had all of these filmmakers that were amazed at how small the budget was. And usually when a movie, Hollywood is famous for inflating budgets, right? So they'll say a movie costs $300 million. That's bullshit, right? The budgets are usually smaller. They inflate them because they want to make the whole thing an event, right? And they
100%.
figure, they spent all this money. I got to check that out, right? And if people find out that a movie is done on a low budget, they don't want to see it, right? Of course, that didn't happen with Godzilla -1, which cost $15 million and fucking blew all the legendary movies out of the water.
Right? I haven't seen it, man. Fuck, I want to see it. There
it's
has been some good movies.
It's going to be re-released, bro. It's going to be re-released in black and white.
I don't want to.
Oh, dude, if you slept on it, I
want to see the color.
That's going to be your only
option.
option. Why.
I mean,
I told everybody when that shit when I saw that shit was out. I was like, see this in the motherfucking theater. I did this, but I did the same thing with the Northman too. I was like, see this in the fucking theater. And
they slept.
People slept on that one too.
Motherfuckers slept and cried over the Northman.
Strange.
This isn't a Viking epic. Wah.
What are you like? Really?
Too much CGI in this fucking epic. Wah. I was like, dude, come on, bro. Oh my god, it's a psycho.
That's because they wanted the
fucking sword and sorcery Viking movie. It's like so many things. It's so fucking
metal as fuck, dude.
And metal too, to top it off. I could just fucking go off on that movie. Oh, like there's so much shit,
I will meet you in the
sorry.
gates of hell.
Oh yeah.
Fucking my god, the fucking sword fight at the end of that with the fucking.
It's a fucking old ass story. Fucking
it's
Hamlet,
metal, man.
Fucking pre-Shakespearean Hamlet.
And well, that's what I also thought was interesting is that it's Hamlet, the true story.
The true story, right? Dude. Like I loved all the all the trips, how they blend Norse mythology with fucking psychotropic drugs, but also like
God.
Spirituality. Like, is it spirituality? I love showing that they weren't perfect, how they would take people and make them slaves. Like, it's fucked up how they burned all those people.
Yeah.
But he did that. He was an evil motherfucker, and then he actually forgot who he was. He was in a trance for like fucking 10 years, and then York snapped him out of it. Like, there's just so many things. Oh yeah, I gotta go fucking get my revenge. I like the little knife that he's carrying on the front. A lot of people don't like. There's so many little things I could talk about that movie. Why it's so dope.
Yeah,
it's the incredible best Viking movie ever made. And
well, that's because all the people that didn't like that, they're posers, right? they don't want the real shit. They want the Vikings TV series.
Like, I don't know what the fuck you would want. Like, that is better. Like, that's gonna get more close than that. You know, again,
Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe.
It's got a lot of fucking CGI in it and all this shit, but it's for the fucking story and it's for the trip and it's for the trance and it's like, dude. And then there's historically accurate shit. It's entertaining. Like, there's so much shit, you know. Nothing can come close to it.
And shit.
Yeah, nothing can come close to it, man. It's a fucking experience, bro. Like,
yes,
the Viking TV show is all fake. None of that shit's fucking real. Like, they pick and choose little breadcrumbs and they want. Especially fucking, don't even get me started on Valhalla with fucking Haken, how they fucked them up more than any character in any of the fucking culture war bullshit.
So
but anyways, this picture right here, man, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, you know me, I always like, if we're covering a movie, I like to go and check out the fan art. I like
my favorite part of the show.
Posters, right? Because we are a comics related stream. We're all comic creators here.
Fuck yeah.
This is a really good fan made poster right here.
Fucking lights. I've been staring at the lights all day. I had to throw on my sunglasses. Oh man.
That's a pretty good one right there.
I like that one.
This one's creepy.
That one's creepy.
Right?
Yeah.
The paintings.
I like that one.
That's really good.
That was a cool surprise for me. You know, and that kind of pertains to similar topics we've been having, you know, in the meetings. Yes. You know what I'm talking? So I saw that. I was like, oh, motherfuckers, you put this in here. This movie's been out for a while, you know. Yep. I like that one. See, because you never see. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, you don't really see the demon. Like, there's just little flashes of that, like in the windows and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's never. You know what I mean? Or the man that was possessed. That was
yes, Desjardins. Yeah, Jacques Desjardins.
The demon, because it was kind of both, right? And it possessed her. I don't know. Sorry, I probably roboted right there.
It was like the spirit of a child killer.
Yeah.
This is good. I like this right here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's pretty like, you know, dollar store, or I mean, you know, like your action figure gay lady, you know.
Yeah, but the actress in this is great.
Yeah, she's a good actress.
Fucking really good.
Solid CGI, like the eating at the end, the snake fucking mandible dislocating, and
yeah.
That's great CGI in here.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, that's like the crowning moment of a horror in that. Yeah, it's Anne Ramsey who plays Sarah Logan, who is the Dykey daughter of Deborah Logan. Interesting thing about Jill Larson, who plays Deborah Logan in this. I mean, it's just such a phenomenal performance. It's just so good, and
very believable,
and super believable.
Yeah,
and this is a little bit of this is bit art, or like computer, like 8-bit art.
You gotta love that bit art, right? Whenever you can, you know, like put it on a fucking t-shirt or something, even for your comic or your game or whatever the fuck you're doing. Did I tell you I'm working on an RPG tabletop game with my buddy?
Are you really?
I swear, I'm doing some character designs. It's gonna be really fucking cool when we get it going. So, but yeah, I had a meeting with him. It's very Devil or D&D inspired, but he's doing some new shit that, like, yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome. If I would say it would just fucking steal. Like, if I could say one thing, people would steal the idea and just fucking.
I hear you. Really keep that shit on the down low.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the well, because I could talk about this without showing them, because I don't know if it's cool to share these. But did you check out that little bit of art that our boy Preston shared?
Oh yeah. It was
in our DM group.
Yeah, that made my week, man. I made my year so far.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just seeing motherfucker taking names down there, you know.
Yes.
It's always, you know, that's always a pleasant thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much, but
I know they had to put a big grin on your face, like, it's put a big grin on mine.
Big old shit eater, man. I was just like, wow.
Yup. God damn, man. He is just freaking amazing.
Tearing it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is about a medical student who is making a documentary. And this was shot, I think, in North Carolina, but it's set in Virginia. And so she's a medical student, and she's studying Alzheimer's disease. And this goes into like how it affects the brain, how it starts. The thing about Alzheimer's is that they don't know for sure that you have it. They can't prove it until you're dead. They can only, like, as a postmortem, check the brain. I mean, we know what it is, right? It's basically the like, you know how like your arteries get filled with plaque? That's how you end up having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're French, you don't, that generally tends not to happen with you, because even though you're eating all this fucking buttery fucking food, you're knocking that shit back with some red wine, and that like lubricates the French paradox. So it's something like that happens with the brain and the neurons. And so they know what it is, which is
salt, right?
Great, because that means that they can cure it at some point.
It's salt, isn't it?
I'm not sure exactly.
I think it's like a buildup of sediment in the brain.
I think you're right. I think you're right, but
something like that. I'm not sure though.
No, me neither. Obviously, I didn't.
I'm not a doctor. And my
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, I learned, my mom had it, so I learned about this shit like, 4 years ago when she got diagnosed. And, one of the things I loved about this movie when I saw it was that it felt very validating for me, because I'd gone through this experience with my mom. And, there have been lots of movies, TV, usually like Lifetime movies and shit like that about Alzheimer's, and they all have no balls and they don't capture what it's actually like. This movie is the closest I've seen to actually capturing what that experience is like. And of course, it's horror, so everything is exaggerated and it's taken to fantastic degrees. But this is very much what it feels like taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's. So yeah, her daughter is there. She's taking care of her, and she's hard up for money, because when you have a relative that has Alzheimer's, one of the first things you discover is that there's no help, that the government doesn't give a fuck. Odds are the county where you live doesn't give a fuck. The county where I lived was always touting, look, all these senior services, all these services for senior citizens. And there was like a office for the aging. All bullshit. All bullshit. It was all a facade.
Just money laundering and bullshit for big,
It was just people sitting on their asses, waiting to collect their pensions, collecting checks, and letting you know that, like, we're not here to help you. Right? And if you were rich, then maybe we might help you just out of fear. But if you were rich, you wouldn't be coming to us.
Right. So
go fuck yourself. Right? And not in those words, but they let you know pretty quickly, like, we're not here for that. That's not what we do. So she's psyched about this because she's going to be getting some help, right? She's going to be getting some money because, of course, she's had to drop everything. She has to, she's had to drop everything to take care of her mother. And when we meet her, she's a little, leery. She's kind of like, I don't want to be exploited and everything. And I mean, it's like, shit, can you imagine? It's just like, this is happening to you. And then a camera crew shows up to like film your slow descent into madness and infirmity. And Jesus, man. It's super uncomfortable, but that's why the horror genre is perfect for dealing with an issue like this. The horrors are created to deal with uncomfortable shit. And one of the things I love about this movie too is that as uncomfortable as it gets, it still stays fun. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it keeps changing a little bit too, and adding more things to the pot. You know,
it does, and I like the way that it starts out as like a regular, documentary.
Mm-hmm.
In this case about Alzheimer's. She's saying, we need the money. We need the help. So she moves them into the house. And then, of course, once again, this is a mockumentary. So we go into a little explanation of exactly what's happening with the human brain and when Alzheimer's strikes, and specifically the frontal lobe, right? Which is where you are, right? The person that we think of as us is right up here. And they're depicting like the neuron spreading, and then ultimately it just shuts the body down. And even the part of the brain that deals with motor function and even just being able to swallow shuts down. And then death is not far behind. And so they're looking at our old films, family photographs. And when they go into her history, it's the plotting in this is great, right?
Yeah.
Because we find out that she was like somebody that ran the switchboard for the town, right? Because she was widowed with like a little girl at a very young age. And so she had this switchboard, which is still there, right? Because it's got to hang out, and there's got to be some sinister shit involving it. So she knew all the dirt about everybody in the town, but she also knew to keep her mouth shut because otherwise she wouldn't have that business. And then she starts tearing flesh from her neck, which is your first indication. This is like not regular Alzheimer's.
Right.
And wow. You know what? Let me bust the trailer for this.
It wasn't even. It was like a nice, a slow like build. Like it wasn't too slow though. You know what I mean? It kept you engaged the whole time.
It's very well paced, and of course that's something that is very rare about a lot of horror movies these days. But that's because everything is like 15 or 20 minutes longer than it needs to be.
Right.
And this was made in like 2014, and they didn't have that problem quite so much back then. And like I would say, it's great that they can make movies 2 and 2.5 hours. Just not everything needs to be that. Not everything needs to be Dawn of the Dead. Although sometimes you got away with it, man. Fucking Terrifier 2.
Right.
That's another one we have to wait till Christmas. Let's take a look at this trailer here. Oh, no, wait. This isn't the trailer. This is like when they find her art, which is a really cool scene. But let me bust that trailer. And this is not a mainstream movie, like a big mainstream movie like last week's movie was, so we don't have to worry about getting fucking copyright struck.
$73 apple, take 1, Mark.
The story of Alzheimer's is never about one person. My PhD I'm gonna start again.
You want to keep the house? You need to sacrifice.
You talk to me about sacrifice?
That's a beautiful house too, man.
Right.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't even call that a house. It's more like a mansion.
Hey. Hi.
Ma! They want to make a movie about me.
Yes. We will live and document our subjects' physical and mental degradation over the course of 2 one-month periods.
We're going to have fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
This guy's really good comic relief. We're going to have fun, right? He's like, yeah,
I'm not interested in being exploited.
Yeah, and it soon becomes obvious that there's something, as if Alzheimer's wasn't creepy enough, there's like something else going on.
Sarah mentioned that Deb's been sleepwalking pretty bad. So let's set up surveillance cams.
That's man. That's a that's a really creepy moment.
You really gave us all quite a fright with your late night gardening.
Yeah. There's that scene where she's looking for her trowel, right? And where is it? Where does it end up being? The fucking freezer.
Yeah.
And that's where my mom would always put shit, was in the freezer. I couldn't make it to work one day because I couldn't find my car keys. I tear the house apart, right? What's the one place I didn't think to look? The fucking freezer. And then I'm in a support group for Alzheimer's caregivers, and I tell the story, and then suddenly people go, "What is it about the freezer?"
Huh? That's crazy.
And I was like, "So like your people do that too?" It's like, yeah, there's something about Alzheimer's that makes you want to hide shit in the freezer.
Huh?
And this
is
movie
not
captured
normal
this.
sleepwalking.
They caught
You
that.
should come see this.
Which is to say, they did their homework.
It's not good, Doc.
That's, of course, super fucking creepy.
Yeah.
That jump, yeah. Where it's like, there's not a skip in the film. She's like levitating. And like fast.
Do you remember a man named Henri Desjardins? Went missing 30 years ago.
Oh, that's right. I said Jacques Desjardins because, of course, it's a French guy. So, of course, I just immediately go to Jacques. no, it's Henri Desjardins, and I'm glad. Like, it's like now I know how to pronounce that name.
I tried to wash you in the river, you know.
How locked you become.
That woman is crazy.
The notion of spiritual parasites does exist.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of this movie is when they're doing the medical tests and they're going to like the hospital, because that always reminds me of The Exorcist.
Mm.
And one of my favorite parts, you remember that part of The Exorcist?
In part 2 or?
No, the first one where that section of the film where they're running tests on her.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Right? And it becomes obvious. It's just like, you motherfuckers, what are you doing?
Right, yeah. Gonna call free.
This is obviously, it's just like, just face the facts. The girl's possessed.
Yeah.
Right? This is something that medical science has no explanation for, but medical science will never, ever acknowledge the shit that they have no explanation for.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens in this. And
especially they didn't make money on the priest either, so.
Yeah. That's the part of this that I found really sad and crushing, is when her daughter goes to the priest, right? The one person that should get this, and he's just like, oh, there's no such thing. Like,
yeah, right.
And all that stuff. It's just you just have to accept this.
All good.
Yeah. Speaking of Spinal Tap, that TV flying across the fucking room.
She's gonna die.
No, this movie is fucking good. Like, I don't know how I didn't know about it or hear about it. You know what I mean? Like, until recently, I saw like the picture, on just populating on Tubi. I'm like, it's probably whack. I'm not gonna watch it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because she doesn't even look like that. It looks like that chick from Game of Thrones a little bit, like a big old head kind of. And I was just like, it's probably a whack like indie movie. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, this shit's dope. Like in the top 100 best horror movies, like I've seen, like scary wise, yeah, definitely.
So you would agree with me that this is like criminally like kind of underrated?
Never heard of it. And like my wife said she's seen it. I'm like, why the fuck? I'm like, you seen this? You tell me about this shit? I'm like, are you sure you fucking seen the motherfucker? Because like, dude, it's scary as hell. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Like, I think I'm like, there's no way you didn't watch the whole thing, dude. You would have been talking about it, you know. So I'm like,
Right.
I don't think you saw it.
But she did.
Like, I don't think she did. I think she's getting confused with something else. She has to be,
yeah.
because it was, dude. This movie's good.
It's you know, like I said, I had seen this years ago, and like 2 years ago. Yeah, I would say about 2 or 3 years ago, and I just really liked it, but I didn't know if it would be as good as I remembered, right? Because mostly I was relating to it because I just kind of lived it, right?
Like, you didn't get scared by the autopsy of Jane Doe either. That didn't scare you, huh? You didn't even like that one, huh? With Brian Cox.
I liked it. I liked it. I didn't love it, and it didn't fuck with me.
It fucked with me, man. I was like, damn, this one fucking me a little bit too. Like when she's just sitting in the chair, like looking at you, you know, and you know at the end of the movie that the spoiler, fuck if you guys haven't seen it, that the little girl's got it. You know what I mean? You can just tell by the look. You know what I mean? That she had to practice with the lead of Deborah. You know what I mean? To get that mannerism down. You know, just the I would, you know, Oscar worthy performance for the lead in your Deborah. She sells the movie. You know, just her deteriorate rates, just her whole fall in the movie. You know what I mean? She makes the movie, man. The movie would not be what it is without her. She fucking does she's, you know, I'd say about 70% of the movie is in her performance.
I totally agree. But that's the thing with this type of film. The acting is so important. You really need strong performances, and both Jill Larson, who plays Deborah Logan, and Anne Ramsey, who plays her daughter Sarah, are just phenomenal. What I like about Anne Ramsey as Sarah is that she doesn't even seem like an actress. Like, she seems like a real person.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, then they start discovering that her skin is looking scaly. I should mention that if you are one of those folks that has a problem with snakes, this is probably not the movie for you. Or if you're a horror fan and you like being scared and you're afraid of snakes, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, it's one of the best like possession movies. You know what I mean? Like I think this one, like the modern ones, like like Hereditary, I think is really good. This one's really good. I think this is better than Hereditary, though. Personally,
really?
Yeah. That movie was good. You know, very artsy, but I mean, this one just kind of goes for the throat the whole time. It goes for like even that scene right there. Fuck, dude, that's the one I was thinking of. Even that one's just that. I don't know, but everybody again, different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not that I didn't. It's not that I don't love this movie too, right? It's just. Like, you look at how well shot parts of this are too, right? Because that's one of the things I always disliked about the found footage genre is that it's ugly, right?
It has to be.
That the cinematography often is not
very
good.
It's zero,
right?
But it has.
Oh damn!
It has to be.
It has to be. Otherwise, it's just. But here's the thing: you look at like. There's a certain section of the horror fandom, right? These are mostly your Eli Roth, Rob Zombie people. But even beyond that, they are like the found footage people. It's like they can't suspend their disbelief, right? They have no imagination. So it has to like be as believable as possible. I don't understand that personally, and I can't stand how ugly some of these films are. And naturally, if you have the shaky cam, you're always going to have those moments. But that doesn't mean that you can't have moments like this, and that you can't have shots like this that are eerie.
It's a good example. It's a good example where you could be them just documenting her, and it's like, oh. That's a demon dude looking right back at you because it's a demon possessed ghost, or a man that was demon possessed that died and then he merged with the demon. His spirit did. That's what I gathered from it.
Yep. Because we find out also that Once we find out who it is that's trying to gain possession of her, there's like this wonderful little documentary moment where we discovered that, like, yeah, when her old neighbor was a child killer, and that there was a demon that was known amongst the Native Americans, and so the evil was there before the white man came, right? And but the Native Americans had a legend about this demon that inhabited this place where you would bring the child sacrifices, and the demon would grant you immortality. And it turns out that the neighbor had killed, I think, 4, right, of the girls, but disappeared before he could get his 5th victim. Yeah, and he was somebody who, oh man, yeah, this is some great imagery here. Boy, it looks like Michael Caine there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they're talking to this fellow who's a scholar, and he's just like how did you not know about this guy that lived like pretty much like right next door? Because it's pretty infamous case. And and then when she throws up like the dirt, and
that was crazy. Was not expecting that.
No, not at all. And that's what's also great about this, is how it just keeps bumping up the levels of fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And which is what you do in a horror movie, right? You don't turn shit down, you turn shit up.
Turn it up.
You keep escalating. Let me show another little clip here, because one of the moments I love in this is when one of the filmmakers goes and is like looking in the one of the attics, because it turns out that this house has like 3 or 4 attics, because it's huge, right? And there's something also about huge houses. I don't know if you've ever been in a huge house, or there is something creepy about them. There is such a thing as a house that's too goddamn big.
Yeah,
something about houses that have 3 stories that freak me out. Because I had friends that lived in Westchester that who had parents that were rich and had these giant houses, and there was just something, I don't know, it was something spooky.
Spooky, huh?
Kind of fucking creepy. At least always to me. Like when I have like weird dreams, sometimes I dream about those houses and the entities within. Let's see, where is that clip I was looking for? No, that's the spoilerish one. We are gonna fucking show that shit though. Don't worry. I mean, first of all, the movie's been out since 2014, folks. So don't come at me with the spoiler shit. But I understand. One of the reasons I picked this movie is because I feel like people have been sleeping on it, and it's kind of like, shit, this movie deserves better recognition than it's gotten. It's sort of like a buried treasure, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So it's cool when you find those movies that everyone overlooked.
Absolutely.
I like this scene right here where you think it's a human in there, but it's just the way it's pretty genius.
Shaped like a human, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course
you think it's going to be her,
like waiting for that reveal. He's going to pull that cloth off, and there's going to be something horrifying underneath.
It's a double scare, or double creepy moment, I guess. Right?
Well, it's a bit of a fake out, is what it is, right?
It's a fake out, but then it fakes out into something creepy as well. So it's kind of like a double.
But it's all about keeping you kind of on your toes, right? Keeping you on edge, making you feel uncomfortable. So yeah, she's drawing this figure, right? It's the view outside her window, and there's a dark figure, and it keeps getting closer and closer and closer. Yeah, and then there's a you only get a little bit of a look at it, right down there on. I thought this is really clever because you're just like straining to get a better look at this thing. Get the window and you see the finished drawing of the figure once it gets like up close to the window.
Yeah.
At the very bottom,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it doesn't. The camera doesn't linger on that. You just get like a quick peek. Yeah, and he's found religion real quick. as I would imagine a lot of people would. He's hanging the cross there to not the evil spirits, but the evil spirits already within.
Letting all my heat out.
Ooh.
Heat out.
She says, "You're letting all my heat out." And of course, that's a thing with snakes. Once again, is they like warmth since they're cold-blooded. Like anybody that's had like a snake or a lizard knows you in their enclosure you put a little heated rock or something. Yeah, if windows are suddenly opening themselves like that, I'd be like, whoop, 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 whoop. Which is what that guy eventually does. It's like the smartest person in the film. Like, gotta go, gotta go.
It's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. Knows that something's going on that ain't kosher. Some shit ain't right. Yeah, and then of course you get these really creepy shots of Deborah Logan and this sick child. It looks, her hair's falling out. It's probably like in the cancer ward or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, whenever you're shooting still figures from behind, it's always spooky because you don't know what you're going to see when they turn around. And these are other cases of similar possessions. Yeah, they talked to this occult expert, and he's like, basically tells them like, you've got to burn the body. You got to find his body. You got to consign it to flames, purify it with flames. Of course, this is a real creepy scene. Don't want to give. It's like, how much of this do I want to give away? You know what? It's 10:30. I know you got a book soon. We'll get to the friggin' spoilers. Is what we'll do, and we'll get to this absolutely, I think, unforgettable moment, this unforgettable image. Lots of shaky cam here, but then of course, oh God, this is one of the most dread-filled moments
I know
in modern horror history. This is such a creepy, disturbing image. It's like she's dislocated her jaw like a boa constrictor and is just fitting this girl's head into her mouth. Oh, it's just so fucking spooky. Oh.
In the mouth. Oh, it's even bigger. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's so fucking scary. Creepy shit. Now you see, this is not a practical effect. This is a digital effect, but it's perfect.
No, it looks like I wasn't expecting that either. It came out of nowhere, It was like a good Guillermo del Toro effect,
Yep.
From like the Reapers, from like Blade 2.
Yes. Love that movie. It's a shame that I know they wanted him to come back for Blade 3, but he turned that down, understandably. Didn't want to be a guy that's just making sequels, wanted to make his own shit. And then of course we got Blade 3, which I think pleased nobody. Not that I think it's like a horrible movie. It's just it's not a proper Blade sequel. It's basically David Goyer wanted to use that as the springboard for another franchise.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the Night Stalkers. And so he
yeah.
made it more about them, and then Blade was basically riding bitch in his own movie.
Yeah, he was.
Which is not what you do. And Yeah, the stories about Wesley Snipes' behavior on the set of that are pretty damn funny. Yeah, so they've tracked Sarah's mother to a what is this again? It's like an old factory or something like that, or a mine.
Yeah.
Right, because they're like underground, and you could see like the what would you call them? The buttresses, the things that keep the ceiling from caving in and dropping on your head.
Keep the earth up.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, buttresses.
Oh,
You can just like hear it.
oh, I know this like the slurp sound. Oh, yeah, and then her daughter's got a gun, and it's just like, fuck, what do you do in that situation?
Mom, fight him, Mom, fight him!
Yeah, good luck forgetting that image, man. This will
that one will definitely linger with you.
It will definitely. So yeah, what can I say? This is one of those movies that does definitely stay with you after you've watched it. And I have to say, having just watched it again, it rewards repeat viewings.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You see all of these little telltale signs that you may have missed the first time around. Oh, Chris is hanging out. What up, Chris? Good to see you, man.
Hail, Chris.
Hail, Chris. So yeah, definitely go check this out, people. Link is below in the description. I'm not easily creeped out. I'm not easily scared. I can't say this movie scared the piss out of me, but it gave me the creeps.
Yeah, me too. Definitely creepy.
It's definitely creepy.
Yeah,
there's some
horror movie.
It's a balls out horror movie.
Yeah.
And
good editing, good pacing. Sticks to that hour and a half.
Yes,
it's hard to stick out nowadays. Surprised that this movie wasn't. I don't know. Just didn't. Should have been theater. Should have been bigger. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And
that's why.
And that's the thing. It's just. It's like my homeboy Chris says. Chris, if you're listening, much love to you, brother. We're gonna know what movies that are coming out now that are gonna be worth watching in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so there's great shit out there that we're sleeping on because there's just such a glut of product.
Yeah, totally.
To sift through, and eventually the cream always rises to the top. Always. But you might be waiting a few decades.
Fine.
You might be waiting 15, 20. I mean, sometimes it happens sooner than you would expect. Like I remember when Blade Runner came out, thinking this is a classic. The Thing. Yeah. This is a classic. And panned by critics, panned by audiences, box office bombs. I was like, in 20 years, these movies are going to be thought of as masterpieces. And I was wrong. It took 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But, but eventually they got the justice they deserved. There are other films that I look for. I should actually check YouTube to see if they have this movie called Dead Girl.
I've heard of that one. I've never seen it, though.
Oh, it's so good. So good. That one, that's disturbing.
Really?
Disturbing. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, the plot of that's really fucked up. Very fucked up. It's about these two losers in high school who break into like an old hospital. And they go deep into the bowels of the thing, and they find something. They find a woman. And she appears to be like a zombie, and she's strapped down to like a gurney. And so they're like, you know what? Let's fuck her.
Oh, wow. That's fucked up.
So the movie is about them graping this zombie, and then they're like bringing in other guys to like bang the zombie, and it's so disturbing and fucked up. I know it sounds totally tasteless, but it's really well made. But then once again, that makes it even more disturbing, right? When you have really disturbing subject matter, and then it's like really well made, it's like then you've got something that's really great. And that's a movie that I keep wanting to do on this stream, but can't really find it anywhere.
It's not there yet, huh?
Not yet. Yeah, I'll see if maybe I can find it on like YouTube or someplace like that, because you're surprised what's on YouTube. Yeah, of course Blade Runner was the shit. Sam, everybody knows that Blade Runner is the shit. What I'm saying is I knew Blade Runner was the shit before everybody else knew that Blade Runner was the shit. Not really, of course. It had its champions, right? There were a couple of critics that really liked it. At the Oscars, didn't win a single thing. Should have swept them, right? Best Picture, score, screenplay, special effects, soundtrack. Oh, I remember also for years, also you couldn't find the soundtrack. The original soundtrack to Blade Runner was unavailable until 2020. Damn. No, I'm sorry. No, 2000.
That's crazy.
And the only thing you could buy was the New American Orchestra version of the Blade Runner soundtrack. Like, who the fuck is the New American Orchestra, right? So it wasn't even the original soundtrack by Vangelis, which he performed himself, right? Using synthesizers, keyboards, and all that shit.
Yeah.
It was like a really whack orchestral version of the Blade Runner soundtrack.
That's horrible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's that. Oh God, and the Thing, man. I remember how like that was getting downright hate. But there were also the critics that mostly people that are into horror and fantasy that were like, that was the shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of these days, and of course that makes me happy, right? To see films that didn't get the love that they deserved get the love that they deserve. Same thing with comics. Same thing with music, same thing with any kind of art, right? But those were also really high profile, right? John Carpenter, Ridley Scott, big budgets, big studios. But then there's the little movies that kind of, I think it takes a little longer for them to get to get noticed.
To find their audience and whatnot?
To find their audience, right. Because some movies find their audiences quick. Beastmaster found its audience when it went to cable. Big Trouble in Little China found its audience when it went to video, right? Dread, or I should say Dread 3D, which is how it was released theatrically, didn't find its audience until it went to DVD.
Man, I seen that in the theater too. Like yeah, man, that's cool with the 3D.
And the 3D was really cool too.
Yeah, it was very cool.
When the scenes where they're tripping out on that drug, slow-mo.
Slow-mo,
right?
Yeah.
And you're seeing like, especially when Dredd is killing those fools, you're seeing like a bullets going through dudes' cheeks and exit wounds and blood floating in the air. Yeah, great shit, man. Sim says The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and The Mouth of Madness. Well, that's the thing. Carpenter's probably, I don't know, the GOAT.
Yeah.
The thing that always amazes and impresses me about that guy is even his lesser films, they just age really well.
They're fun. Yeah.
It's like Christine, I thought, it was okay. And now I'm like, that was fucking awesome. Same thing with a lot of his films. I don't know what it is. They Live, of course. That was also a
yeah.
movie that didn't get the love it deserved when it first came out. Now it gets the love.
So cool.
Yeah, man, without a doubt. Okay, so we've been talking behind the scenes, folks, about switching format or jumping format from week to week. We're thinking about doing the horror movie club one week and then the next week doing spaghetti western jamboree. And so I don't know when we should start doing that. Although you were saying we should just do westerns, right? That we should just do westerns. Although I think one of the reasons, like the videos that get a lot of traction and a lot of views, are because people aren't looking for westerns, but they will type in spaghetti western.
That's funny. No, I'll just say whatever, maybe just offset, because westerns are always fun, just an idea I had, No,
I've been thinking about it too, and it's a smart idea. It's a smart idea you had.
Yeah, partner.
I don't know when we're going to start doing that, but we're going to try to do that, which means a horror movie club is going nowhere. It's just we might, you come here on a Thursday night, you're either going to be talking about horror movies or spaghetti westerns, or maybe even spaghetti westerns are also horror movies. Yeah, because that's actually a subgenre or a subgenre, yeah. I should say. Chris is like, oh yeah, I remember the zombie graping movie. You lying piece of shit. You never heard of that shit until I mentioned it. I'm telling you, it's a really good film. It's a very good film.
It's a very good film.
Right. Why don't you do by pack of 3? Maybe we could do that too. We'll figure something out. Question is right? Why, you already running out of free horror movies? No, Sim. No, we're not. That's the beautiful thing. Is that it's the best time ever to be a horror movie fan. And the free streaming services like Tubi, they're better than Netflix. They're better than Amazon Prime. They're better than Shudder. It's like you can. Back in the Disney, you had to like go through the TV guide hoping to find shit, right? Hoping that they'd be showing something. We're getting closer and closer to that vision I had as a little boy of just being able to watch any movie anytime you want. Anything you want, anytime you want. Yeah, which is so fucking cool. Until, of course, they start banning everything and which is why physical media is important, right? And that includes digital rips of shit too, right? Because when anybody thinks like, oh, well, they're not coming for my shit. Yeah, they're coming for your shit too, right? It's like the Warhammer 40K people. They're discovering that. They're figuring that out right now. SJWs are coming for their ass. No, Chris insists. I really do. I remember watching it, and some other day I remember watching another disturbing one about a woman that is abusing 2 young girls, and she ends up having a group of boys grape the one. Ooh. That I haven't seen. That sounds very torture porny to me. Yeah. And then she uses a hot item to burn her downstairs, and the girls end up frying.
Oh my God.
That sounds pretty fucked up. Is it any good? That's the question. Because you can just do like, atrocities, right? Which are largely what torture porn is about. But can you make a good film? Can you build a good film about that? Or are you just fucking trying to be as depraved as possible? Oh, we should do the new Glenn Danzig movie.
Is it available yet?
It looks like an abortion. The same.
Is it available though? It's not available though.
I saw a review online.
Can't get it anywhere. I've been trying to watch that motherfucker for a while.
It looks embarrassingly bad.
Looks fun. It looks fun.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm excited to watch it.
Bad movies I can get off on, but you have to understand I'm a Glenn Danzig fan, and
I know Bisley did all the art for it. He did all like the.
So I can't wait. Well, I mean,
I can't wait.
Smart enough to hire the Biz for that shit, but then if he had the Biz,
all the concept art, there's a concept art for it that Bisley did.
That shit is cool, right?
I can't wait to.
Nobody beats the Biz, right? He knows stuff.
I know what to expect from the movie.
If Glenn Danzig is smart enough to hire the right person to do the comic books and the concept art. You would think he would hire the right person to fucking write, direct, and fucking script the damn thing, because it sure as shit ain't him. Okay, he makes Rob Zombie look like John Carpenter, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, well, you have to. Right?
I'm excited.
And
I'm very excited to watch it.
When I find it.
Very excited to watch it.
Oh, don't be excited. You're just gonna,
well, it's just my jam, dude. It's you know, it's got a lot of things that sound cool, you know.
Red Letter Media. They did a Glenn Danzig double shot. They watched Veronica and what's the new one called again?
I forgot the name of it. It's like Death Rider in the House of Vampires or something like that.
Some shit like that.
Something like that.
They watched those back to back. Look up that video and watch that and tell me tell me that looks like a good movie to you. The thing that's really a bummer too is that evidently it doesn't have a soundtrack.
Huh.
And so there's all this ambient sound and it sounds terrible. It's like shit. It's just like, dude, because that's the thing. It's like Glenn Danzig and Rob Zombie. They're into the same shit that I'm into, right? I'm thinking, shoot the movie without sound, like the Italians did, and then go in and loop that shit and make a dope soundtrack and everything.
Oh yeah,
shoot it without sound. But, yeah,
the Foley and everything.
Glenn Danzig has turned out to be like the Tommy Wiseau of horror. I hate to say it, man. I'm a fan going all the way back to Samhain. Okay, right? Like I wasn't a Glenn Danzig. I wasn't a Misfits fan when the Misfits were together. Right? Broke up. Discovered Sam Hain and the Misfits at the same time. So I go way back. Okay.
I was never a Misfits or a Danzig fan, to be honest. I'm really, but I like the stuff he does with Bisley, and he's got some cool songs, but I'm not really that big of a fan or anything,
Oh, huge fan. So, but that's the thing. It's
I'm down to check out more of his music, though.
If I'm a fan, I don't then just let their shit slide. If anything, I'm even a little more critical, right? Because I'm expecting quality. Definitely. But Glenn Danzig hasn't been a name that's been synonymous with quality for decades. And he's somebody that just didn't grow up, didn't mature, right? He's like one of those guys, the kind of bands I'm talking about where you hear them and you're like, Moonspell is one of those bands. I thought, okay, if these guys mature and grow up a little, they could be a force to be reckoned with. And they did, and they are. And then you have other bands where it's just like Typo Negative, where it's like, oh, if they just grew up a little, it's like, nah. Not that I don't still like me some Typo, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's unfulfilled potential. And to me, Glenn Danzig is the ultimate disappointment, right? That I thought oh, this guy's going to go on to do fucking amazing things. And not only did he not go on to do amazing things, he's actually, now he's making fucking movies that would make Ed Wood go, damn, son. That's a piece of trash. But yeah, no, it would be fun actually to review those.
Oh, for sure, man.
Although that would mean I'd have to watch them. I don't think I could sit through that shit. But yeah, Sim says Rob Zombie's little brother Spider-Man is also making movies now. Yeah, Spider-Man, aka Power Man 5000 or something like that. Remember Power Man 500? Yeah. Power Man 500 sucked ass, and Spider-Man can go siggity suck a dick as far as I'm concerned. It's just whatever. I don't know. But okay, did not see that last one, but the one before was shit. Have you seen Veronica? Have you seen that piece of shit? Maybe we should do that next week.
Maybe The Fly. That would be
kind
of cool. Maybe The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, Cronenberg. Oh, it was on there. I thought it might have been.
Oh man, we haven't done a Cronenberg since Videodrome.
I would love The Fly. That's my favorite.
Oh,
but I do got to bounce, Brian. I don't know if you want to jump on the stream.
I know.
Dude. I'm doing this JVP dude. He's got a metal motion comic. So if you guys want to come check it out on Open the Gates tonight. Yeah.
Whoa, wait,
Yeah.
wait a second. Did you say that again? It's a metal what? Motion?
It's a metal.
comic?
It's actually like a. It's like a motion comic sort of. I don't know. You have to come and check it out.
We'll come and check it out. We will come and check it out. Matt,
Yeah,
thank you so much for hanging out. You demand, and we'll figure out like in the DM group what we'll watch next week.
I'm excited.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, for sure, brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Peace. Jeez, Brian, why so much hate for Paraman 5K? What did they do to you? It's not real hate. It's not real hate. It's like recreational hate, right? Where it's not that you actually, it's just the same way. It's it's like, look, I've never met Bono from U2, right? Could be like the nicest guy in the world as far as I'm concerned, but that music, man. So it's not a personal thing, but when you hear music and it's just like faking the funk, right? You can tell that this person they're doing this kind of music because that's kind of what's in right now. And so this punk is like imitating his brother, who's not really that talented, imitating his music, and now he's I guess imitating his shitty horror movies. God damn, man. But I will admit, I have a little bit of a personal issue with Rob Zombie. Not personal to this extent that I know him personally, although I do know people that do, and they say he's like a colossal ass. So for whatever that's worth, it's like, yes, I knew that guy was a dick. All right, let's see. Spider-Man for Star It's good all time. Yo. hey, Chris, this one's for you. You're number one. Yeah, no, it's recreational hatred. It's nothing to be taken seriously. Yeah, fuck you, son. No way. No one ever stole my woman, especially not that fucking little punk. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, guys are killing me. Okay, so not sure what we're doing next week, but everybody who's hanging out, thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate you. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, ringy ding ding dong, the bell. And until I see you next week, peace, love, and metal.